This is the Escape Podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic. This week we have 5.10 dev notes from not just one and not two, but three BioWare employees. That's going to be fun to talk about. So it's Eric Musco, Charles Boyd, and Jackie Chow who've posted notes that we're going to talk about this week. And we will also hopefully, if we work hard and go fast, hopefully finish Tython in our Jedi stories and maybe get to build a lightsaber. I want to make this a reality tonight. This broadcast aspect is EPC 268. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi, Seema. How's it going?
It is going pretty good. I'm so excited for American Thanksgiving this week. I've been cooking on and off stuff, and other family members are too. So looking forward to that. Yeah, so tomorrow's Wednesday. So it's the last cooking day. And I went to the store today to get a few things that I'd forgotten. And I just got out of the store and got home before the worst part of our daily snowstorm started here. We're having them every day apparently this week. Although I think today was the last day. But yeah, so I'm ready for that. In SWTOR though, we just finished up MFN since we're recording this week on a Tuesday night. And we had variety night on MFN. It was really fun. We went and found a conquest commander, so we got some encryptions out of that, which is good, because we eventually are going to want to open up the rest of our guild ships areas. And since we've been getting mats from conquest, we haven't been getting encryptions from conquest. So the more often we can kill a commander here and there, the better. And then we did something we haven't done in a long time, maybe forever. We went and found a DVL boss and killed that. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and unique.
Yeah, I mean, unique. So we might do that more often too, because basically you work towards an achievement for that. There's 10 on the light side and 10 on the dark side, and you have to the light side or the dark side has to be victorious, right? For the DVL boss to be up.
I believe so. I believe they don't show up unless there's a victorious state on one of the sides. And if light side's victorious,
Right. So
then
we
light
happen
side
to
bosses
be
show up, etc.
Yeah, we happen to be in a victorious state, and people had mentioned in Discord during the week about DVL bosses. So somebody, wasn't me, had the brilliant idea to go find one, and we did that. And then we went and killed Taboro's courtyard, the golden chicken for conquest points. So we did a little bit of many different things tonight. It was very fun. There was a lot of standing around while we're trying to find all these bosses. So that part was our time to play and chat and talk about movies and stuff. So it was good. And then I don't need to talk about our ops night last week because I think we already did. Because last week we did the podcast on Thursday, and yeah, I've been working on. This week is a heavy duty crafting week, so I've been doing crafting sort of across my characters. So this week I'm attending for my crafting characters anyway, to sort of get a few points every day as they do their one-time things, and end up. And then I have one character that I'm leveling, so she's doing like the Alderaan heroic and the CZ-198 dailies and all that stuff. So yeah, so I think that's going to work out to like 4 or 5 characters this week. So that's my life in SWTOR this week. How about you, Max?
I am behind on my crafting for Conquest. I meant to get to it earlier today, and I did not, but I will be doing quite a bit of that. I've built up some materials, so I will be able to do that, donate some materials. A couple of our heroes out there have been donating materials to the guild bank for people in our guild to grab and get your Conquest objectives done. Remember, we announced last week, and they've certainly been running full steam this week, our 2 new officers, BCAV and Zen. BCAV did the whole write-up of how Conquest is working this week and what some of the best targets are, and Zen was out there today making sure that people knew how to get the crafting going and had some materials, and that's really awesome. I too had...
Yeah, I mean, if you...
Yeah, go ahead.
Really look at it too, because it's... there's... Yes, it's... you can do an invasion force every day, but you can also do a hull chem strategy every day, and a crystal capacitor every day, and a um, all the various war supplies one each day. So like log into your synth weaver
Right.
or your artificer and do one or two. And then there's also industrial and synthetic prefabs and universal prefab. So it's a lot of crafting that you can do each day one thing.
Yes.
Yeah, like Zen says, easy conquest points.
And
And if you need mats and you're in the guild, just go pull them out of the guild bank. That's what they're there for.
right. And if you're not familiar with prefabs, making them is still pretty interesting because you can turn them in for decorations to the vendors on the fleet. They become a
That's true.
currency for those kinds of decorations for your strongholds, which is pretty cool. I also had quite a bit of fun tonight in our mandatory fun night, killing the robot in Taboro's courtyard. That's always fun. That's a good one. We just ran in there with 16 people, knocked it down. The other two things, the little bit of the hunt. So yeah, we all had to sort of spread out and hunt down a commander or two, and then to try to find the DVL bosses was even tougher. But we did. We found a few. In fact, we found a few commanders. If you get to a commander that is shielded, that's especially on Tuesday. The first time they come up on Tuesday, they'll be shielded for a few hours so that the guild that won that planet has an opportunity to go and kill those named commanders first. That's sort of one of the perks, one of the rewards of winning a planet. They get the opportunity to purchase an ability that then takes down that shield from ostensibly from their guild ship. But so there was a couple that we found that were still shielded that we couldn't get to. In fact, one of the shields would already be down by now. But we still found ones that we could kill. I haven't seen yet if there's any talk of lowering the cost of unlocks on the guild ships. We do have some stacks of encryptions and frameworks. We are going to be unlocking more parts of our guild ship that we haven't unlocked yet, but we don't have 100% unlocked, and we have 2 guild ships that we're managing. So we probably are going to go after some of those commanders a little bit more often. But then the DVL boss, that was pretty unique. I haven't even thought about those since the DVL event. Although now that I talk about it, now that I mention it, oh wait, my Jedi is naked. Why am I naked?
I was just noticing mine is too. It's because I sent my XP gear to my my gunslinger that I'm leveling with Conquest.
Oh no. So, but where's my gear? I didn't send my XP. Oh no.
Yeah, where?
Well, I'm just gonna put on this junk. I'm not gonna go find it now tonight.
Yeah, I'm putting on the junk I have in my
in my boy
bag.
Like it's making me like, is this even a upgrade? No. Whatever. At least I've got a weapon. Well, it was making me think about the DVL gear I'm supposed to be wearing, but I'm not. But I've got the costume on. So apparently it looks like I'm wearing it. How did I make myself a costume out of it? I don't. I don't even have it on a costume tab. How is it sitting there? I don't even know. How do I look like this without even a costume tab set up? I don't know.
You must actually have it equipped, and you just
No, here I just had to equip this stuff, and there's nothing in my inventory. And it's not showing up, and I don't have a costume. I only have one costume tab opened, and it's empty. I don't know. There's weirdness going on. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Ted S. Preston Esquire. Okay, anyway, let's talk about the news.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
I said that wrong. It's Ted Theodore Logan. It's Bill S. Preston Esquire. I apologize unreservedly. First up in the news.
Then says, we can see your weapon.
Yeah, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I know.
Wink sings a nod to a blind man. Yes. First up in the news, Zen. Masterwork gear changes. So this is a thing. This is a significant thing and interesting to everyone, relevant to our interests. So Eric Musco put out a post that clarified how you will be able to get gear at the 252 and 258 ranks once 5.10 becomes available. This will be the gear that you'll be getting special new currency from, which will be the Masterwork data crystals. And then there's those 2 ranks that you'll be able to purchase. They changed how it was working on the PTS. So whatever, if you don't know how it was working on the PTS, then you don't really need to worry about it. If you weren't sure, then we just it did change. It is slightly more difficult to get 258 now. It is slightly easier to get 252, and they are tied together. So what they did is they made a change to have a tiered approach, which was similar to the way a lot of the gear works right now in the current ranks, the current tiers, in that you want to have the shell of the previous tier and turn that in with some additional materials or currency or whatever to get the next tier. So the way getting 258 is going to work is you're going to need to get 252 gear and then turn that in with some additional Masterwork data crystals, 3 or 4, to get the 258 gear. Overall, that's going to make it longer to get 258, but it's going to make it worthwhile to get 252, and you'll be able to enjoy that 252 along the way is sort of the point. I like the idea of the gear progression. I like the idea that there is a progression and there is a journey. Some people are saying, well, I don't even know what the forum's saying. I didn't check there. We just discussed it a bunch in the guild. And some people were lamenting the fact just a little bit of, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more of a grind. It's going to take longer to get to the 258 gear. That's really the gear that people want because it's the best in slot. You see, if you have something out there that's best in slot, no matter what it is, that's what people want. Even if it would take like 1,000,000 years and 10,000 operations to get it, that's all people want, and that's all people are pegging as their target, which is fine.
Or even if it makes no difference.
Yeah, which for 95% of what we do in the guild right now, it does. It makes 0 difference. Still, that progression is interesting.
It's part of why we play MMOs.
Yeah, that's part of why we play MMOs. And then having a use of getting 252 and then 258 rather than just saving all of your Masterwork data crystals until you have enough to get the 258 piece. I kind of like that too, because I'll be able to then maybe outfit myself fully with 252 gear and then upgrade just the pieces I want along the way. They also made some tweaks on the PTS, which you can go and take a look at along the lines of how you get Masterwork data crystals through PvP or through PvE or via mechanisms that work across both. So you will be able to purely PvP or purely PvE or do a mix, and general progression you will be able to get around 2 pieces. So if you sort of do a normal amount of stuff during the week, you should be able to get 2 pieces of 252 gear or 1 piece of 258 gear, assuming you have the 252 piece to go with it, which is reasonable, and that's reasonable progression. It's going to take quite a while. So you're looking at 16 weeks, 20 weeks to get fully through the progression. There are still chances to get a little bit of an acceleration in that and getting pieces dropping off of crates still, command crates. So you could get some bonuses along the way, some surprises, and that's always fun too. There's that variable reward schedule that creates that dopamine hit, which makes that sort of gambling inside of RNG useful for psychologically for MMOs that we all hate but also like. That's going to be a piece of it too, but you don't need to rely on that. You will be able to get progression even if you never got a piece out of the crates. So there's that. What do you think of that, Seema?
I think that I might do something like get my gear to 252 and then when I'm upgraded to 258, keep my 252 gear and maybe like have my 252 gear on my commando and my 258 on my merc or the other way around, depending on where we're going. And then I won't have to mail gear back and forth anymore like I do with my 248 set, because like all my other alts have their own gear because it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Just my 248 set is the only one I send back and forth. So I'm sitting here thinking maybe I'll just get beyond sending my gear back and forth.
ascend beyond that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ascend.
No, that's
And
reasonable,
I don't mind. I don't
because
mind
it really doesn't
it
matter.
being a
Because it doesn't matter.
yeah, and I don't mind it being a grind.
Yes. So that is that, and that was from Eric Musco, our good friend Eric Musco. Next up was a note from our good friend Charles Boyd, right? Seema, what did Charles Boyd have to tell us?
Yes. Well, he was clarifying something they said in the last live stream about how alliance alerts, if you had any open alliance alerts, they would be completed by 5:10. But he clarified that by saying that they actually changed their decision on that quite a bit, and now there's really only one alliance alert that's affected, and that is the alliance alert that you have to go get Archon, and that is the one that will be auto-completed. So if you don't want it to be auto-completed and you have started it, or you haven't started it and you don't want it to be auto-completed, go ahead and go do that one and complete it before December 11th. Why do I keep saying December 11th? Before December.
No, December
Sometime in
11th. The
December.
patch is coming. 5.10 confirmed by Seema.
Oh my!
December
I had
11th.
it in my head. Yes. And also he also clarified that if you totally haven't done the alliance alert with Arcane, it's not going to complete it for you as if you romanced him.
Right.
You will
It's
not
gonna
be
force-
forced into any romances.
It's not going to be an arranged marriage there. Shotgun wedding. Which I was amused by that. I thought that was a good clarification. I was also quite amused. I won't click the spoiler tag here, but he also went through in detail. It does complete Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne. It makes a bunch of default choices for you in there. So basically the default is Republic characters are assumed to make light side choices and Imperial characters are assumed to make dark side choices with some specific exceptions. Did you look through those exceptions, Seema, and get a sense of what they look like? So there's a couple story elements that if the dark side choice would have killed this particular character, but that was your companion for that particular class, then maybe you saved that character. So there's some nice little twists if you look in there that they really did put some thought into who gets saved and who gets killed, not just dark side versus light side, Imperial versus Republic, but also specific to the class. It does make me think that this whole idea of choices mattering and that kind of thing, it adds this whole bunch of complexity into the model. And now they need to worry about all of this stuff going forward. And I get that we want, choices to matter, but that's, I'm sure, slowing down this process from a story and content perspective. There's a tree. They've got to have a tree somewhere of, all right, who's alive and who's dead, and what parallel universes, how many parallel universes do we have existing now that we have to worry about, and what choices could we have made, and if we're going to assume some choices, what parallel universe are we going to put people into? So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So that was news from Charles Boyd, our good friend Charles Boyd. And then last up was news from a member of the dev team named Jackie Chow. I believe that's pronounced Chow. I looked it up and I listened to a YouTube video that pronounced it as a name, and it said Chow, pronounced Chow, and it repeated it 5 times like that. Chow. So maybe that's the way I need to say it. Chow. It's Jackie Chow. Apparently that's the correct pronunciation. Anyway, I looked him up. So Jackie has been working at BioWare, working in the games industry only a few years, but has done some significant things. Billed in LinkedIn, at least, as a level designer. The note that Jackie wrote up for us was talking about the way some of the daily missions work on OSIS. So this is apparently
it was a great note too.
Is a thing that Jackie's working on. Yeah, and it was very specific and talked about the mindfulness of how they're designing some of those. The key to this is, and I noticed it in a lot of the PTS feedback, there was a particular daily that people were saying, hey, this one must be overtuned or something. You know, I'm having a real hard time killing it. I'm having a hard time getting through it. And what Jackie said was, we're reintroducing, and this is a reintroduction, we're reintroducing Heroic 4 missions. So at least a couple of them, or at least that one in particular, will be a Heroic 4, which means either 4 players or 2 players and 2 companions or some mix of that. It's designed for that kind of group to be able to go after and do that mission. It's intended to sort of incent people to group up a little bit, which massively multiplayer sort of makes sense. That's the kind of thing that we would want to incent once in a while, but not require for everything. And but he makes the concession that he expects players who obtain higher gear tiers or who are super elite. He doesn't say it that way, but sure, they may be able to clear them solo with a companion. That's perfectly fine. But that's the intent and that's the goal. So 2 things on this. Great note. Thank you for the update. I like Heroic 4s. That's cool. Number 2, Jackie Chow. Awesome. Thumbs up. I like seeing additional developers from BioWare popping up in the forums. I like hearing that, you know, there's a perception I've heard from some people, and I've even felt it a little bit myself, of what do we got? Four people working at BioWare these days? You know, we got
Yeah.
Keith, Charles, and Eric, and Matt. And there's you know, and we weren't sure. I like the idea of getting a couple more of the personalities involved, and hearing from more of the people, and giving us a sense of who's out there and who's working, and who we can give our thanks and praise to, these awesome people that are making fun stuff for us. So thank you, Jackie. We'll have to have you on the show.
Don't threaten him.
That's what you get. You poke your head out of the hole, nail sticks up, and it's got to be hammered down. That's the way it works. All right. How about the guild, the Alea Yacht Est? I hear you're in a guild, Zima. How's that guild of yours there, y'all's guild, all y'all's guild doing?
Oh my God. So November Mega is coming up. It's going to be November 30th, which is a week from this Friday. It's Marcus assures us that it's going to be awesome. Of course it is. I agree with him, because the point of it is going to be to find me somewhere. I'm going to be, that's why I've been calling it SEMA San Diego.
Yes, I coined
It's going to be on Voss.
the phrase SEMA San Diego today, by the way.
Yes, he
to be
did.
clear. Where in the galaxy is
It's
SEMA
going to be
San
on
Diego?
Voss. So please, everybody, we invite you to participate, but you will need to be able to get to Voss. So you will have to play on a character that will need to be able to get to Voss. And also, it's going to be helpful. Here's a pro tip: if you have the map of Voss undiscovered, so get to Voss, fly around everywhere, and discover the map.
A little hint there
You
from
will
SEMA.
thank me later.
Maybe you get a little pro tip there from the podcast. If all of you podcast listeners, there you go, a little incentive.
Yeah, you'll be ahead of the game.
So where in the galaxy?
Anyway, I'm looking forward to it.
Do you need armor? No. When would you ever need armor?
No, you do not need armor. And I promise, absolutely nobody is going to die.
Will you be allowed to have armor? That would be more of the question for us.
Then it says, do I need my... No, you just need a way to get to...
It would help to have your ship, but you do not need your ship, apparently, if you've got some other mechanism to get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Voss.
Oh, hi, Mock.
Oh, hi, Mock. Community news. So special shout out to our officer buddy and another AIE podcast about Star Wars The Old Republic, Working Class Nerds. Marcus and Nick did a great job interviewing Eric Musco on the most recent Working Class Nerds podcast. I certainly liked hearing that podcast and how they were complaining that Max made Nick come along on SWTOR Unite and forced him into his many deaths. But again, your death is something I'm willing to risk at any point. So I was certainly fine with that and had a really good time. They did a good job talking with Eric. Eric was able to talk about a few interesting things. I would recommend checking it out. Not a ton of inside information, but a little stretch beyond some of the things that were specific in the notes of things we've heard so far. So check it out. And I will leave it to you, Seema, to do a little shout out to the chat room while I'm here poking Dent, the temple guard, in the temple guard regalia out here outside the Jedi Temple on Tython.
Well, my thanks go out to the chat room for being here every week, for helping with sound checks before we start, and for just being an audience for us before and after the show where we tell our bad jokes. And it's fun for us. It may not be fun for you, but it's fun for us. So thank you for coming week in, week out. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much there, chat room. And we will catch up with you all after the show. All right, let's go, Seema. Let's do this. We gotta cook. We gotta move. We gotta get our lightsabers. I got a real quick.
All right, where are we going?
Got a real quick drop in. I don't know if you ever. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Frozen, but they had a little game that the girls like to play, a little Elsa and whatever the other one's name was.
Kristen Bell.
When they were little girls, apparently they liked to build lightsabers. That was like a thing that they liked to do. So let's listen. I just had like a 2-second clip here of them singing their little song. Let's take a little listen.
Do you want to build
Lightsaber.
It doesn't have to be a
Lightsaber.
Wait, Honor. Okay, bye.
All right, just a little clip there. So maybe you forgot that part of the movie.
No, I didn't, and that is totally how I remember it.
Yes, that's exactly it. Little Anna singing about, hey, Elsa, do you want to build a lightsaber? So yes, Seema, would you like to build a lightsaber? I do, and I don't know if we're going to get to it tonight unless we get a move on. So here, follow me, and we'll pop on down. So I guess go to the... We could probably, I guess, go to the Ilarian Trail quick travel point. Suck it, Trebek. That's right, Force chuckle. It's another kind of sword, Trebek. It's a lightsaber. That's S-word. S-word.
Sean Connery
Sean
is
Connery.
everywhere.
It's sword. That's not what your mother said, Trebek. Stop. Oh, why do I have the sound off? Let's get some sound on here. There we go. And do we gotta? Are you here? Follow me, Seema.
Okay. I'm coming.
Because there's gonna be a bunch of beasts, and I want you to aggro them so they don't dismount me.
in our dumb green and gray armor that was in our bags.
Yes. Man. I don't gotta run faster than the Horvath. I just gotta run faster than y'all.
Okay. Y'all is second person plural, not second person singular.
So Seema did along with additional people in Twitter, schooled Max that, and I don't disagree one bit. Language does change. So my rant last week about decimate and how that's not what it means. So yes, I understand that decimate no longer means merely killing 10%. Nowadays, it means,
or doesn't only mean
doesn't
that,
only mean that. In fact, that's not even the most common meaning anymore. And if you look at any of the common dictionaries that we all use today, that's not the most common meaning anymore these days. It's killing a whole bunch, which is perfectly fine. Oh wait, which one what do you gotta go to? And that's not yours. We gotta go to mine, not yours. You're behind. Don't. Oh, I'm gonna fall.
I like that we both have our huge vehicles out.
I know, and I just drove off the side of the cliff because I can't steer this thing.
And I followed you.
Oh, that reminds me. So here, while we're driving real quick, I'll So it does mean reduce in numbers, but it means reduce in numbers by a significant amount, not even reduce by just a little bit, Sir Galahad. Which is how people use it. They say, oh, it was, blah, 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 it was decimated, which is fine. Anyway, writing amount and drunkenly like this, I did get Red Dead Redemption, and I only played it for a couple hours, and mostly the first couple hours is mostly on rails. It's mostly teaching you the systems on how to shoot and how to ride your horse and things like that. But apparently my guy and my horse are drunk because I can't shoot straight. My horse doesn't drive straight. I don't know what's going on, but that's been my experience from Red Dead Redemption so far. Apparently I am drunk. Go home, cowboy. You're drunk.
I downloaded Destiny 2, but I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I will never play that.
I played it,
but I have it
endgame
in case I do.
In the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good game.
It's cool looking, definitely. It's a little more
and also,
shooty and platformy
Nathan Fillion.
And also Nathan Fillion, yeah, he's a pretty cool little character there. And the woman who plays Avasarala in Expanse, she voices a character in there too.
Nice.
She's one of my favorite characters from The Expanse and from the books, both in the books and the actress who plays her in real life. It's just an awesome character, and the woman who plays it just does such a good job. I really like her, and I like the name. I like just saying it, Avasarala. What do we got to kill here? We just got to get to the energy shield at the end. Let's just kill this big guy at the top of the hill. I don't think we have to kill him. Oh, there's a bonus here. I'm just going to ignore the bonus. And
wow, that took forever.
Where's the energy? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, I guess we don't really need gear then, do we? Clicking the button.
Yeah, I mean, my gunslinger that I've been talking about, her companion is like level, maybe level 10.
Your misguided attacks change nothing.
It's doing fine.
Your time is over.
Okay, Bengal Moore. Your time is over. That's not true.
My master is invading your command base right now. It's over, Bengal.
He won't find what he's looking for.
You're over.
There. You executed my apprentice, Caliph. I can feel his death on you. I spent years training him. He was a good man, a principled man. Proud of yourself?
Pride is not a factor, Bengal. Now go walk like an Egyptian.
I didn't want to kill the man.
Did you catch that reference?
No
There's always a choice. You should have surrendered to the inevitable. Every so-called Jedi on Tython is going to die. That's a promise.
Not
Your
yet.
entire order is weak. You've done nothing to stop the Sith Empire's advances.
You're weak, your order is weak, and you won't survive the winter. Your anger overwhelms you.
Don't give in to hatred, Bengal. Let us help you.
Help me become a coward like you.
And I wish it was a little more
true Jedi
sarcastic.
left in the galaxy. Enjoy this little victory. It's
Okay, Bengals.
I don't think it's our last victory.
I
think there might be more victories.
I don't think it is either. Okay. So where do we got to go? We got to go back to Calicori Village. So from here we can quick travel right to Calicori Village, I believe.
Easy for you to say.
Speak to Rana Tauven, face of the enemy. Yeah, quick travel back to the Calicori Village. Go right there. We're gonna crack along.
Crack-a-lacka.
I didn't finish that thought though, but yes, Seema schooled me because Seema has studied language in the past and did know that this was a fact even while I was ranting last week, even though I find it fun to rant about that. I don't rant about I don't rant about things that matter. I only rant about things that don't. And that is one of them.
Yeah.
But then I wrote, I don't know if anyone saw, someone else replied on Twitter with the same note, and I wrote a witty tweet. Well, I thought it was witty. Tweet back with.
It was witty and ironic. Yes, it was.
I used 8 other words slightly incorrectly, not to their actual true meaning, within that one tweet, which I thought was amused
Starting
me
with
at least. I didn't know if
irregardless.
anyone was going to get it, but then people, a couple people did. So
I had friends in college who we would always say undeceive regardless.
the chat room is debating about what's significant and what's not about decimating in 10%. Like you only lose 10% of your fingers. Is that a significant amount to you? Yes, 10% of my fingers would still be significant. Touche, Sir Galahad. Well played, my friend. All right, Rana Talven, what you got for me?
I shut down the energy shield. Any word on Master Orgus's mission?
No. My mother,
She croaked.
found peace during your absence.
I
am now matriarch.
I'm here if you need me, if you know what I mean.
Don't have to go through this alone.
Wink, wink.
Honestly,
You and
Jedi
your weapon.
are wrong. Before he left, Master Orgus told me there is no death. There is the Force. He believes our essence lives on when we die and merges with the Force. I hope that's true.
Matriarch, Flesh Raiders broke through our defenses. They did
Ooh,
something
that's some
to our
voice
crop
acting right
fields.
there.
They dropped strange machines.
Oh,
and
we
the
gotta
sea
go
called
do
upon
that
the
now?
device and began.
All right, fine. Let me deal
Tell
with
your people to
this.
stay away from the fields. I'll get rid of these things.
Once again, I'm in your hurry to the
Yeah. We got a lot of work to do here, Seema. But at least you got your
We have
turtle.
to save the field.
Your turtle is cooking. he's booking along.
He's speedy.
He is doing a good job there, little turtle, following us along. These things are gonna poison us while we're doing it, but we gotta click on a few of these things. Oh, look at your turtle moonwalking.
No. I can't click on them. It's up to you.
Well,
You're
here
our
you
only
kill
hope.
you kill the saboteur. I'll click on the things. You kill the saboteurs then.
I'll loot him. I'll do my job over.
She's Seema's stealing all my loots, my fat loots. Return to what's her name? Rana. Adieu, Rana. I like the random mount button. What's up? What's up, Rana? What do you got for me now?
I've destroyed the machines poisoning your crops.
I saw how you suffered out there. Please, take a token of my people's honor.
Yeah, pay up.
I'm sorry it can't be more.
Jedi don't need rewards, dog.
I'm sure you can find better use for it elsewhere.
You've done more than any outsider ever has.
Okay, what's
Why
up
would you
now?
face death again and again for people you barely know?
Because
It's the Jedi way.
flirt. I do it for you. Dark side points if you flirt with her, because that's the path to the dark side. Flirting.
My order's greatest honor is to protect and serve others.
You serve your ideals well.
I think
I know
Yoda said
you
that
don't
once.
believe in accepting rewards.
Flirting is the
I
path to
insist
the
you
dark
take
side.
this one. I should go inform everyone that the danger is over.
Oh, phone call. It's gonna call you on the telephone. On the telephone? What do we got here? Orgus?
Finally put
Yep.
the Flesh Raider base out of commission.
Bengalmore was
Spoke to your old Padawan over the hollow. He's doing all this so he can destroy the Sith.
At
yes.
the Flesh Raider command base, I found coordinates to a number of secret camps. Too many to send only Jedi Masters.
Okay, we
One
gotta
camp
go
is in the
burn them
ruins
out.
of Upper Kaleth. That patrol you fought earlier was based there. Now's your chance to finish them off.
Sounds good. Bengalmore could be there though.
What if I run into your old Padawan?
If you see
Stab
Bengal,
him.
retreat and contact me immediately.
In the face.
Be careful
Oh wait.
in those ruins. We haven't explored them all. Contact me when your mission's complete. May the Force be with you.
Oh, it is. Master Orgus. It is.
I'm not backing off. If we see Bengal Man, it's on.
It is. It's on. Let's go, Pearl. It's on. Isn't that what she says?
Yeah.
In Ravagers. Let me see. Now where do we gotta go? Okay, we're going to Ruins of Kaleth. We can quick travel to Forward Camp Speeder. Down there at Ilarian Trail. Ooh, I saw your HK-55 jetpack there,
Can't say
Seema.
this pretty without learning some tricks.
Well, yeah, so Sir Galhard's saying, did Satil break the code with the whole, well, both flirting with, well, she was totally flirting with me. I guess there's that, but with, you know, having a kid and whatnot. Well, I guess if she did it without passion, which would be sort of sad, but then technically no. Ruins of...
Anyway, Jace Malcolm is way above the code. So that is, yeah.
He's, well, he's not a Jedi. He can do what he wants. He can flirt all he wants. She just had to leave all the flirting to him. And she just had to go, yeah, let's...
He got it done.
I can't flirt back, but we can get it on, if you know what I mean, I guess.
You can't say get it on and then say if you know what I mean.
Isn't that not an oblique reference? You know, with the sex and whatnot, if you know what I mean. You know, the old having sex, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Jedi aren't very good at, you know, sneaking around and the whole flirting thing. Yeah, Satil, yeah, I do know. I do know what you mean because you're saying it out loud right to my face.
Meanwhile, what are we actually doing?
I'm lost. You know, it's, you follow the purple dots and that's not the way you need to go. You can't get there from here. Did you get dismounted? Are they after
Nope.
you? No, they're still
Nope.
shocking me.
I'm right behind you.
See if I can avoid this and get out of combat so I can get through the door. Oh, I am out of combat. Now I'm back in combat. Now I'm out of combat. And now I'm in the Forsaken Den. Ooh, and a cutscene. Oh, it's the Selkath dude. You got a little phlegm there. Lauta. That's why I'm here.
Master Orgus sent me to
Selkath?
drive back the Flesh Raiders.
These Flesh Raiders control the Force. Ooh. Then I will stab them. Place is strong in the dark side. Well, then I have to stop them.
Powerful or not, there's no one else coming.
There is not. There's no one else coming. Just me. Ooh, he's down for the count. Why is there two? Do you see Nico Akar's blasters hanging in the air?
Yeah, well, no, I saw your lightsaber hanging in the, or your training lightsaber hanging in the air.
You looking at my weapon?
Because you don't have a real lightsaber yet. Because we haven't made them yet.
Don't look at my weapon. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
SWTOR Escape Podcast, a podcast for 12-year-olds. Oh, look, I came up here. Didn't really mean to.
Where did you go? You killing them all? Not just the man raiders, but the women and children raiders too?
Yeah. Not just the flesh raiders, but the mechano raiders too.
And the synthetic parts raiders. Okay. Now I got Selkath dude's lightsaber. Here's a holo call again, phone call. Who am I talking to? Orgus? It is...
The Flesh Raider camp's out
yeah,
of commission,
Orgus.
Master, but they were all Force users. They killed a Jedi.
And they were all
Lhasa.
bad.
His body is in these ruins.
Oh, he
What
died.
should I do?
We'll reclaim our fallen later. Just got a distress call from the Twi'lek settlement. They spotted Bengal Moore. Our forces
Exclamation
are spread
point.
out dealing with the
Interrobang.
We're the only ones who can
Bengal
handle
Moore?
this. I'm on my way to the settlement. Meet me there.
Pre-show punctuation discussion reference there for anyone that wasn't following along. You'll have to go back and check out the Twitch stream.
Phones are bringing punctuation back.
Period of ellipses. Air quote. Ironic air quote. Siri, ironic air quote. Okay, we got to go all the way back to the stupid Kalikori village. Fine. Quick travel back to Kalikori village. What's an interrobang?
Okay.
Good question, Zen. It's one of my favorite bits of punctuation. It is a single piece of punctuation that includes both a question mark and an exclamation point. And it is a both a question and an exclamation at once. When you say like, Bengal more, question mark, exclamation point, then that would be appropriate for an interrobang. All right. Duran Rana here has more to say to us, apparently. I didn't just make it up. But language changes then. Language changes.
I was to meet him here. What's happened?
Nothing. We didn't send any distress call. Things have been quiet since you left. I haven't seen or spoken to Master Orgus.
What you got for me, T7? I smell betrayal. That's very suspicious.
Master Orgus should have gotten here ahead of me.
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. Your master will turn up.
I don't know.
Stay a while. You must be exhausted.
If you know what I mean. Wait.
They just darted me.
He's really exhausted.
T7.
What are you doing?
Matriarch, step aside. Handing over the boy's master wasn't enough. This Padawan has to die.
I told you to leave him alone. That was the pact.
Benglemore refused your terms.
I forgot about
This
this.
is to save our people.
What have you done, you idiot?
What did you do to my master? Where's Benglemore?
Benglemore came to me, said he'd end the Flesh Raider attacks if we gave him your master.
He asked us to kill you too. But I said no. I told him we'd keep you here. You'd be safe. And my people would have a protector.
If we don't do what we're told, Benglemore will kill us all.
You know, he'll kill
I'll save you.
anyway. Force persuade to go in peace. Should I force persuade this weak-minded fool? Or should I just be rash? No, I'm going to yell at him.
Benglemore is a monster. When he's done using you, he'll kill everyone.
Don't resist. It'll only make things harder.
A Zen mark. Oh, these guys want to fight me? Do you want to fight me?
Too easy.
I'm going to kill them all?
Not getting up.
Except for Rana. Sorry, Rana.
Why didn't they listen to me?
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Yep.
This is a very bad day for her.
Yeah, her mom just croaked, and now all her friends just got killed by me in front of her. What about the Jedi?
Yeah.
Benglemore wants to destroy my order, and you handed him my master.
There's still time to save them.
Yeah, we're mad at you.
To someplace called the
Yeah,
Forge.
and I thought you were being all
Reactivate your
flirty.
droid. It might know where to find them. You can forgive me, can't you?
Your crimes are great. Being sorry won't save you. Light side points for I forgive you, Rana. Okay.
I don't condone what you've done, but I understand.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do to make this right.
Dedicate yourself to goodness. Give up your position. Just go away.
Learn from this mistake.
A chilled
Spend your life
Corellian
atoning
cocktail
for what
would be
you've
nice.
done.
I won't waste this chance. That's a promise. I should tell my
Spend
people
your
what's
life
happened.
atoning.
We'll bury an
Man,
honor
that's a
dead.
little harsh.
I hope you find your master.
Spend your life atoning? I'm boring.
I know, right?
T7. T7 wants to talk to me. What's a back rub? A back rub would be nice. Thanks, Stevie
Benglemore
Roberts.
took my master someplace called the Forge. Do you know where that is?
Ooh, the Forge. That's sounding pretty good.
T7 is sad.
They betrayed us, T7. I'm sorry.
These Twi'leks deactivated you and tried to kill me. I had to defend us.
He's happy. He's happy. We are his hero. Telephone, Jedi communicator. says, who's calling now? Getting a lot of phone calls.
A4PO, Jedi Archivist. How may I help you?
Transmit everything you know about the Forge to my droid T7.
That area is considered highly dangerous. May I inquire why you need this data?
No, you may not. It's an emergency. Shut up and transmit. Just give
Flesh
it to me.
Raiders captured Master Orgus and took him there.
By the stars, what perfectly awful timing. The Temple Masters are all indisposed fighting Flesh Raiders. I will alert them immediately, but they may be unable to assist you. Transmitting data now.
Thank you. T7 says go to the Forge. And T7 just joined us as a companion. Okay. We don't have time, but I usually study these customizations. No, I'm gonna check it out real quick. What is that site? SWTOR Spy? There's an old site.
Yeah, SWTOR-Spy maybe.
Yes.
For what are you gonna check out?
Spy. So whenever I get a companion customization choice, which you do when each time you get your first companion on any character, you get to select a reward. So I get T7's customization number 1, number 2, or number 3. So what I want to know from SWTORspy.com is what those look like, because you only get to pick one. T7 customization. So I look up on SWTOR Spy, and SWTOR Spy is an old site, and I don't think they're even maintaining it anymore. But
wait, Dent is saying shift right click.
Shift right click to see it?
I don't know. Can you?
Control left click to preview. Oh, you can. Oh, that's dumb. I'm such an idiot. Well, you could see it on SWTOR Spy if you're dumb.
You could look it up on Thoughtbot.
So number 2 is blue. I like that.
Red.
Number 3 is a red. That's pretty cool looking. And number 1 is gold with purple highlights. Well, that's sort of cool looking, but I think I might just go with the blue, with the blue and silver. Yep, going with customization number 2. There we go. And now T7's a companion. Fine, I'll just take T7. He can come along. Nico kept yelling anyway. All right, this is sounding good. We got to go to the Waterfall Cave, and the name of our quest is Weapon of the Jedi. So quick travel again to Ilarian Trail. And I'm liking where this is heading. You smelling what I'm cooking, Seema? I'm getting excited. Do you want to build a lightsaber? This way. This way. We go this way. I am the leader. I say we go this way. Anyone know what that quote is from?
I am the leader. What?
I am the leader. I say we go this way.
That sounds like a Princess Bride.
It's not. I think I've said it on the podcast before, and I've challenged people to come up with the answer to what it's a reference to before as well. Val Kilmer's
Blazing
in it.
Saddles?
No.
Batman?
No, that is a Val Kilmer movie. It's an obscure Val Kilmer movie. Three Amigos is awesome, but that is not what that's from. I am the leader. I say we go this way.
E.T.?
Not E.T. E.T. phone home.
The Thing?
The Thing. Yes, it's The Thing. No, not The Thing. Thing.
Frozen.
Frozen, yes. Willow. Dent says Willow. It's Willow. The brownie says it all the time. The brownies keep fighting.
I knew it was Willow.
And the one brownie tries to take the lead, and the other brownie says, I am the leader. We go this way, and they do it a few times. Yes, Dent gets it.
Dent knows everything about movies.
Yes, everything about everything, really. We call him Dentopedia. Encyclopedia Dent. When I was when I was a little kid back in the 1920s, there was a book series called Encyclopedia Brown, and I was a real nerd, and I thought that was cool because it was a little kid and he knew a lot of things. I wanted to be like Encyclopedia Brown. What a nerd I was. Ooh, level 14.
Did you ever play that game where you would dream up what you would wish for if you had 3 wishes?
Yes. Yeah, and I would.
I always wish.
What would you wish for?
I would always wish for to be able to understand and speak every language.
No, that's
and
really
then
good.
I would also be able to. Another wish I had was like to be able to play anything I wanted to that I'd ever heard on the piano.
Wow. You could actually get that. You could, I mean, it would take a long time.
But a lot of work.
I always wish that I could like freeze time. You know,
that would be cool.
Sometimes invisibility, but I liked
invisibility,
the freeze time where I still had free movement and I could move things around. Because then, like, if you imagine, like, in the middle of the workday, you're tired, you could just freeze time and take a nap. Really, that's like that kind of stuff.
Because when you were a kid, you were worried about being tired.
No, but
as an adult,
like when I was a kid, it would be like, oh crap, I didn't finish my homework. Like I got to school and I didn't finish my homework. I could freeze time.
Yes,
I could finish my homework, and then unfreeze time, and then like turn it in, and I would be like, all ready to go. I could freeze time and learn things on the piano.
Your wish involves getting your homework in a timely manner.
I told you I was quite the nerd.
I used to wish for like treasure too, but it would be very, very involved, like how it was delivered, and because you know you can't just appear from nowhere.
So you'd need like pre-laundered money.
Yes, right. Like you'd have to show up in small amounts over time.
I wish for lots of treasure and a small business front that I can launder all the money through. For wish number 2. I
used to also wish that I could like think of a food and it would just appear. Like I want pizza.
But see, that's the whole freezing time. I would just freeze time and then I would walk down to the pizza shop.
You go get the pizza
and go
right?
take a pizza, and then bring it home and unfreeze time.
Yeah, but in my wish, the pizza just appears.
But I also had a stipulation that I stopped aging while I froze time. Otherwise, I would be like, I would age twice as fast as everybody else if I was stopping time too much. Okay, we are killing flesh raiders as we're progressing up this mountain path. Oh, I know where we are. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
We're approaching the forge.
The forge. The Geordie the Forge.
Oh my God.
So this, I think tomorrow or Thursday when my family asks me, what are you thankful for? I will say, I'm thankful I got to the forge on Tuesday.
And they'll totally be right there with you, I'm sure.
Oh, Bengal Moore just force pushed a fool. That was sort of rough.
You coming. Your fear betrayed you. You're weak, like my old
I'm
master.
not afraid of you.
You will fall with him.
No, I'll stop you. Oh, my dialogue choices.
You're not hurting anyone else, Bengal. It's over.
No, the will of the Force guided me here for justice, to restore what the Jedi lost. You weren't on Coruscant. You never saw our greatest cut down or watched the temple burn. I escaped that destruction to see my own master surrender to the Sith. They exterminated us, and he gave up.
We'll never give up. will never let you down.
You're wrong, Master Orgus.
Never run
He's training
around
me to defeat
and
the Sith.
desert you.
Weapons are only as strong as those who created them. The weak will be sacrificed here to make the forge stronger.
Oh, Bengal. I don't even get the...
Don't make us kill you.
I don't get the lightsaber
Jedi
before
Order must be reborn
I have to fight
from
him?
ashes.
I don't get the lightsaber before. I gotta defeat him first and then I get the lightsaber, apparently. The other one on the consular side, you get to build the lightsaber and then you fight your final battle.
The monster that climbs up.
Yeah, which is also quite cool, the forge monster.
You've won.
Yes.
Why has the Force guided me to this defeat? You're stronger than any Jedi I've known.
I know.
Redeem the Order and destroy the Sith. I understand. You
'Cause I
are
brought
the
Seema with
weapon
me.
I came to forge.
And I'm only wearing half my clothes. Imagine my power if I was fully clothed. You're misguided.
You don't have a destiny, Bengal. You're sick. You need help.
Don't deny the truth. Think. How else could you have beaten me? I have spent a lifetime learning the paths to power. That knowledge is now yours. Let me leave Tython and prepare the galaxy for your ascendance. I will deliver the gifts you need to reclaim your destiny.
We have a deal. No thanks. Kill him. Those are dark side choices. Light side choices is rest now and knock him out. Well, at least I get to knock him out.
You'll get the help you need, Bengal. But you can't leave here.
Bop. I punched him right in the face. that, you know, the whole like punch somebody to knock them out. That's actually, if you manage to knock them out, that's very damaging to a human. It's not a healthy way to subdue someone. Why does...
Padawan.
Oh, Orgus.
I must have you to
I gotta say hi to Orgus.
Alive.
I captured Bengal Moore, Master. He's resting quietly.
Except for the
great thing.
skull fracture or the
A second chance.
extreme
The horrors
concussion.
You witnessed on Coruscant broke him, destroyed the gentle Padawan I trained. You, however, faced a challenge beyond any trial I could assign. There's nothing more I can teach you.
T7
All
is happy.
that's left is for you to enter the forge and construct your own lightsaber.
Yes. Quee. Thank you, Master.
I'm tremendously honored.
There's no substitute for the weapon you create yourself.
Apparently I'm tremendously bored.
Normally we make Padawans gather materials themselves, but you've proven enough. These are all the physical components. The rest will come from your mastery of the Force. I'll carry Bengal back to the Jedi Temple and get him help. Meet me there when you're ready.
Yeah, get him help from that blunt force head trauma I inflicted on him. Jeez. Smash his...
Careful, the stairs are broken.
Yeah, they are. Look at that. Don't fall off. Now I want to jump off him because you said that. Look, he just jumped off. Of course. Why did you have to call my attention to it? Then we had to jump off. This is what we're here for. Stop distracting me with fun places to jump from. All right. So here we are. I recommend, if you have never done this, definitely do it. The first time I did this in the game,
So awesome.
it was not my first character. So my first two characters were the true Jedi Trooper and the Mercenary. But soon after, I ended up doing some Jedi characters. This is so iconic. This is so Star Wars, and the cutscene and the way they do it, I really, really liked it. This is one of the things that cemented my enjoyment of Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I'm gonna click it here and just let the cutscene play. You've probably seen it before. If you haven't, you could see it in videos. I really recommend just level a character through Tython and you'll see it. But you can also check out our video here on YouTube and see us doing it as well. So here I go, clicking. And kind of sort of walk up to it. There's captions, talks about the ancient forge. Oh, but we do get... There's a monster waking up down below. The forge monster is here for us too.
This weapon will be a light in the darkness.
take the parts, you lay them on the table, you stand back, you meditate, and then you have to put it together with the Force, which I always thought was really cool.
Starting with the crystal.
The pieces spin together, they light up. It spins, it rotates, and then in the background, it keeps flashing to the Force monster, which is being disturbed by your actions. Makes me want to build a lightsaber. We've got some guildies have built their own lightsabers.
I like how we get to see him, that shot of him climbing up the rocks.
Yeah. And there we go. And then we ignite it. And that's a cool looking monster model. We haven't seen that anywhere else in the game, have we? And then we hold it high above ourselves, pointed straight up in the air. The monster roars. And we turn around. And he throws a rock at us. It almost hits us in the head and almost puts us into a gentle sleep. When giant things damage your head. All right. So you definitely want to equip it right away. And they also give you a mod to put into it, but not the enhancement. You need to go to the modification station back at the temple. And the first time you click on the plaque at the modification station, you get the first enhancement to put in your weapon as well. But I don't really need it. Ooh, look at the shiny blue blade. Look at me.
Yeah.
Now I'm a real Jedi. Why do I still have the training droid though? Is this a training saber hilt? No, Knight's lightsaber. Look, I still have the little training droid.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. I'll keep them. Now I take my new lightsaber and I go chop up this Forge Guardian into little bits because, hey, what would you do with a new lightsaber if not just, cut up the wildlife? Is this really necessary? Ooh, he stunned me. Don't like that.
What's your favorite thing?
Putting your new weapon to use. That was the name of that quest.
Oh, was that a bonus quest? So you didn't have to do that?
Oh, I guess it was. Maybe I didn't need to do it. Report to the Jedi Council.
I don't remember it that way.
Okay, we are well over time. We'll skip reporting to the Jedi Council for now. Maybe we'll finish off with a quick report to the Jedi Council and the travel to the next planet, the next parts of our journey. But that's what we wanted. We wanted to build our lightsaber, and we did. So that's cool. I'm happy. Are you happy, Seema?
I'm happy. So happy.
Chat room, are you happy? You look pretty happy there. So with that, our EPC 268 droid is ready to jump out an airlock. Not T7 here on the screen, but EPC 268. We're going to kick him out the airlock to broadcast this episode to all of you. He's our only hope. And we would like all of you out there to keep up with us on Twitter at MaxTheGray and at AIESEMA. And if you know any cool people that should be playing with us on Starforge and Alea Yacht Est, send them our way. You can tell them they could come listen to our podcast, for one. For two, and probably more importantly, they can look at aie-guild.org, get our guild Discord information, jump in Discord, say hi, get a guild invite on Starforge, either on the Republic side or on the Imperial side. That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get awesome people to come join our guild and come play more Star Wars The Old Republic with us. And with that, we will talk to you soon.
Later, everyone.